Hi, and welcome to another episode of Healthy Home Cooking. Today we're going to learn how to make lentil marinara sauce. Okay, to put this marinara sauce together, I'm first going to put the pan on medium heat. And then to that, I'm going to put a little bit of vegetable oil broth. And I'm going to cook in that vegetable broth 4 good-sized cloves of garlic that I have pressed. If your family enjoys onion, you can dice up a small onion and saute it along with the garlic. But my family, while they don't mind the onion flavor, they don't like chomping into a piece of onion. And we need to get this going a little bit so it starts doing what it's supposed to do. So 1 more clove, and we'll squeeze that in, scrape it off. All I'm going to do is I'm going to saute this garlic for maybe about a minute. There it goes. And then all you have to do is add all the other ingredients. It's really very easy. Just make sure you keep stirring. We don't want the garlic to burn. I'm opting to cook in vegetable broth so that I am not adding any extra oil to my family's diet. It's something I started doing maybe about 2.5 years ago when myself went to a whole food plant-based diet. You'll see in some of the other videos I do still cook with meat and dairy, but as a rule of thumb I don't consume those. They're basically for the kids. Now all we're going to do is add the rest of the ingredients. So the rest of the broth is going to go in. That would be a total of 2 cups of vegetable broth. And then we're going to put 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. I take an entire can of tomato paste, and I mean a big can. I think they're about 28 ounces. And then I freeze them in 1 tablespoon blobs on some parchment paper, and then put the entire thing, once it's frozen, I put the parchment paper and the tomato paste in the freezer. Once they are solid, then I remove them from the freezer, put them in a freezer bag, and then put them back in the freezer, and then use them to cook with whenever I need a tablespoon of tomato paste. And instead of using the onion, I am just going to use a tablespoon of onion powder so we get the flavor without any of the chunks that the rest of the family would complain about. Then we're going to put a 1/2 cup of red lentils in, a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. My favorite is Simply Organic, but use your favorite. And then a 14.5 ounce can of diced tomatoes. Making sure that I get all of them out. If I didn't get them all out, I'd hear my grandma scream from her grave, God love her. You gotta use everything. Make sure you give it a stir so it doesn't stick on the bottom. And last but not least, we're going to use a tablespoon of red wine vinegar. As you can see, thanks to my induction stove top, I'm already at a simmer. So all I'm going to do is drop this vinegar in. Give it a stir. Drop the heat so it doesn't burn. Then I'm going to cover and let it go for anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes. You'll know it's done when the lentils are soft. So I'm just going to set the timer here and we are ready to go. Here's our lentil marinara sauce. If you don't like it to be so chunky, feel free to put it into a blender and you can blend it up. If you have an immersion blender, you could use that too. We like to put our lentil marinara sauce over a big sweet potato. You can also use any kind of a pasta, spaghetti, squash, any kind of a grain, a brown rice, or even a regular Idaho baked potato. So that's just a few ideas of what you can do with this sauce. Thank you for joining us in making the recipe of lentil marinara sauce. Please take time and like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.